My name is Preetam, and I'm a traveler and a blogger. But these days, what I'm doing is traveling around Southeast Asia, helping run some of these non-profit participatory events we call bar camps. Just get people to come in and learn about technology, learn about social media, education, a wide variety of topics.
That's right.
Yeah.
So as we help companies in the spatial space of social media, and you are the authority in social media in Asia. So what messages you will have for the companies in Asia who are trying to venture into the social media space?
Okay, one thing is that if you look at it, if you look Asia as in general, not a lot of population is online yet. Yes, in big cities in Singapore, Hong Kong, you find a very high percentage of people online, but there's still a lot of people who are not online yet. So I think like a lot of traditional method is still useful. Having said that, people are coming online, and depending on the region you are in, you will have to look into media. Like I probably wouldn't put a lot of YouTube videos for somebody in Cambodia. I would try to make like shorter videos, and I think more importantly have a lot of local language content available, and make sure that people who are using local language keywords to search, they find it. Yeah.
So and one size doesn't fit all.
Yes, right.
So and if you're looking at the social media versus the traditional media, what should be the balance in case of, I'm obviously coming from marketing perspective, but you can answer generally.
Yeah. I suppose it also depends on your product. Like when you're going direct to consumer, a lot of consumer products, let's say I'm a university and I want to get students. In that case, I would start going to forums where students are asking questions. I mean, that would be the more than setting up blogs or setting up a Facebook page. I would look at the actual avenues. You know, I would go to that city. I would go to Vietnam and ask them, where do you search for your schools? And find the place where they look and try to put in input there. If people are asking questions, answering them. If there is somebody who has maybe some wrong information, trying to correct that. And I think one very important area is Wikipedia, because a lot of time what happens is when you search for something, first or second hit is a Wikipedia page. So make sure that your Wikipedia page is accurate. Like don't go and spice it up, but at least make sure that it has proper links back to your site and the facts there are correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you are focusing on rather than consumer engagement, rather than pushing through social media channel.
Yeah.
So if you have to give 5 rules for consumer engagement, because you know who are doing consumer engagement, same old PR folks are doing consumer engagement. You have to give the 5 tips for that proper consumer engagement. What would be nice?
One thing I would say is like don't go for bloggers with very high traffic or something, because they may write about, like I'll give you my own example. I get like some number of hits, but it may not be because of consumer products. It may be because of travel. I write about travel and many people search for it and they find it. So I may not be the best guy to write about the new maybe Samsung phone or iPhone. People are maybe searching on Hardware Zone for that. So look for a person in that particular area rather than in general getting a few bloggers and talking to them. I would say the other thing which I mentioned earlier is pay attention to forums. I think forums in most of Southeast Asia, I think most of Asia are still the biggest place, bigger than any blog. Forums are way huge, and I don't find companies paying attention to forums. Like they don't make an attempt to answer questions or correct things in forums. So that's like 2 rules. The third one I would say, which might help in countries which have better bandwidth, is let's say you have a product or you have a service, to make descriptive YouTube videos to how, or whatever, like in China maybe Tudo is popular, to make videos of, maybe say if I'm a Singapore tourism, I would make videos on like how to fill certain immigration forms or how to buy a bus ticket and put it online and let people download this in their mobile phones and so on. So have like a lot of information available for download for people. So I've left with 2 more, isn't it?
That's okay. 5 things was just
invite me for blogger events.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, I think that's basically covers.
So you just mentioned mobile, and the funny thing is in Asia, mobile penetration is much higher than the broadband penetration.
Right.
So if somebody is trying to use mobile as a platform for marketing, what kind of solution do you have?
I think, I mean, traditionally people have been using like SMS blast and all that, but I think the irritation value has gone. It's like the irritation value has gone. People are no longer so interested in it because it's something like spam now. But if you had like value-added stuff, let's say I'm selling a Asus notebook, and along with the CD, I can give like say some video files which tell people like how to use a particular software. That will be more helpful. People can fill it on their phone, and while they're doing that, they can listen to it. So provide some media for their mobile phones which help them do like some other task. I think that may be an interesting thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
It was great. Thanks.
Okay. Sure.
Thanks for